so much for being here virtually. Today's meeting is really one of transitioning, sort of pivoting from the research phase to begin to plan for our actual deliberations. So we're going to be doing three things: clarifying the scope of work and the process for our deliberations, reflecting on the extraordinary presentations we've heard from Dr. Cox and Dr. Griffin. I mean, we've heard so much, and we haven't had time to talk about it, process it, think about it, and we're going to do that. And then we're going to prepare for the rest of our deliberations. So that's what's before us. In thinking about the scope of work, we were charged by the mayor and city council to examine Confederate monuments and street names. And while, whoa, somebody's, so now that it's quiet, while we don't have the final opinions, Lena, it's my understanding from legal and from city, but our general understanding is that there are not any Confederate monuments under the city's control except for those at Elmwood Cemetery. If that is actual, and that the street markers are under state control, although that is still being researched, that really our scope of work will principally focus on street names. And that's where we will be spending most of our time in any recommendations for changing any of those. We would also, I think, consider whether or not there needs to be any contextualizing of those Confederate monuments that are at Elmwood. From the research in terms of what other cities have done, which we'll hear about more, and reading scholarly essays, there seems to be a general consensus that Confederate monuments at cemeteries and battlefields are an appropriate location for them, in addition to museums. But that's something we can talk about. But as I said, the main focus of our work will be on street names. Before I get into sort of logistics, does anyone have any questions about that? Or Tiffany or Lena, do you want to comment on that?
I see a question in the chat.